Hare Krishna, welcome all of you all for our Saturday evening Bhagavatam class. So, we're starting with the second chapter of Canto 2 of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, I request someone to read. Namani, can you read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, formerly, prior to the manifestation of the cosmos, Lord Brahma, by meditating on the Virat Rupa, regained his lost consciousness by appeasing the Lord. Thus, he was able to rebuild the creation as it was before.
So, we have already discussed in the last session, on the last class, about the Virat Rupa. Now, in fact, the earlier chapter was speaking about the Lord's Virat Rupa in various ways, how Lord's head is called the Brahmana, the belly is called the Vaishya, hands are called the Kshatriyas, and the legs are called the Shudras. Then also we heard how the various other forms were given, like the hair is supposed to be the trees in the world are supposed to be the hair of the Lord, and the streams and rivers are like the veins of the Lord. So on, the entire Virat Rupa was explained to us by Shukdev Goswami in various ways. So in continuing with that, here he is mentioning, Brahma. After one day of Brahma, there is Pralay. Actually, after four yugas, there is a mini Pralay. But after the end of Brahma, there is a Mahapralay. Everything is like resetting. It's like the factory resetting of a product. So everything was erased off and a new thing was set up. And now, Brahmaji also forgot. What time हो गया? तो याद कैसे रहेगा कि कैसे बनाया? He forgot. So Brahmaji then again sat down and contemplated on the Virat Rupa of the Lord, Supreme Lord, and by that he regained. He came to know, oh, this is how I am supposed to create. The Virat Rupa, after contemplating on the Virat Rupa, he got the message from the in his heart that this is the process in which he has to do, and that is how he did. That is why it is mentioning, Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning here, formally prior to manifestation of the cosmos, Lord Brahma, by meditating on the Virat Rupa, regained his lost consciousness by pleasing the Lord. Thus, he was able to rebuild the creation as it was before. So, whatever creation you are seeing, don't worry. In the last cycle also, it was the same. ऐसे ही था. जिस जगह में आप रह रहे हो, बॉम्बे, दिल्ली, कलकत्ता जहाँ रह रहे हो, वैसे ही था. कुछ चेंज नहीं. Read the next verse, ma'am.
The way of presentation of the Vedic sounds is so bewildering that it directs the intelligence of the people to meaningless things like the heavenly kingdoms. The conditioned souls hover in dreams of such a heavenly illusory pleasures, but actually they do not relish any tangible happiness in such places.
Here, the word Vedic sounds. What is the meaning of Vedic sounds? Does anyone can tell me that? Vedic sound is a word.
Om pronunciation.
No. The Vedas itself are called as the Vedic sound, because Vedic hymns have to be recited. It cannot be read in a slow voice or in a mute condition, like you're reading a novel, you're watching your YouTube and all. I mean, sorry, you're reading some messages or something. You may read it silently, but Vedas have to be recited loud and clear, the proper pronunciation. So the way of presentation of the Vedic sound is so bewildering. It's the same shloka, very similar to one which Krishna tells Arjuna, that the flowery Vedas, Imam Pushpitam, the Vedas are called as Pushpa. Words of Vedas are so beautiful. But what does it mean? It directs the intelligence of the people to meaningless things. Now, what are meaningless things? It is said going to heaven is a meaningless thing. Waste of energy, waste of time. जहाँ पे where a person who fails in devotion in his devotion towards God, whatever devotion is doing, but he's not perfect. So he attains a he does not able to attain liberation. तो उस बंदे को जो फेलियर होता है, he gets heaven. And people, by reading the Vedas, what do the Vedas basically tell you? Lead a nice life. No, don't do bad things to others. To give charity, do this, do that. All this actually culminates in only what? The heavenly kingdoms. The conditioned soul, however, in dreams of such heavenly illusionary pleasures, but actually they are not relished in any tangible, they do not relish any tangible happiness in such places. Now, first and foremost, this word is very important. The conditional soul, however, in dreams of such heavenly illusionary pleasures. Why do people still want to go to heaven? What is the reason? लोगों को आज भी स्वर्ग जाने के लिए मेहनत करते हैं, थोड़ा दान पुण्य करते हैं, प्रभु जी देखेंगे अभी स्वर्ग में तो जाएंगे कम से कम. They know very well it is not tangible. क्यों? Once your punyas are over, you have to come down here. Nothing new for you all. Once the punyas are over, you have to come down to this material world. So why do people still have the proclivity to do what is given in the Vedas to achieve a non-tangible thing like Swarga? Yes, tell me.
Probably there is still that desire pending to enjoy.
Desire to enjoy. Okay, very good, nice. Something more?
They don't have faith or confidence on themselves that they
They
can
don't have
follow the Vedas.
confidence on.
They don't have the faith or confidence on themselves that they can follow the rules, regulations for going to. I mean, that they can follow Vedas.
The Vedas itself are showing you the route to heaven. So why they should have the confidence and the faith? No. You can say they don't have the confidence that Hamara Bhakti hoga and I'll go back to Vaikunta or other places. Something more.
Probably they don't want to surrender.
They don't want to surrender. Okay, fine. But why? ये clear cut है ना भाई. स्वर्ग में जाके कुछ tangible नहीं है. फिर भी लोगों का proclivity, they're sucked towards that. Come on, one last answer. Someone gives me the correct answer.
Is there propensity to enjoy? That doesn't go.
नहीं वो तो हो गया already.
अच्छा, I was actually missed it. एक बार call आ गया.
It's okay. See, humans are troubled day in and day out. Every minute in this world is a struggle. For someone, it is a financial struggle. Someone for its health. Someone it's mental struggle. It's relationship struggle. Whatever struggle you may call. So, though it is temporary, it is still lucrative. कम से कम थोड़ा दिन तो आराम मिले. People running, slogging from Monday to Saturday. Why they don't want to get up early morning on Sunday? They want to prolong nice 9 बजे तक सोऊंगा, 10 बजे तक सोऊंगा. Why? Because whole week. अच्छा, he knows it's of no use. वापस मंडे से उठ के भागना है. मंडे टू सैटरडे भागा, संडे एक दिन मस्त सो लिया, 12 बजे तक सो लिया. Only to realize that Monday morning again he has to get up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock and run to office. But still he does. Why? कम से कम कुछ तो भोग लूं. At least a relief, a temporary relief from this burning fire of day-to-day, saga. So that is the proclivity, or that is the reason why people are still कहीं ना कहीं स्वर्ग जाएंगे, थोड़ा आराम से रहेंगे, थोड़ा एंजॉय करेंगे. एंजॉय करने का proclivity है, but डायरेक्ट यहाँ से लिबरेशन नहीं. थोड़ा तो something for myself, that identity of your own self to enjoy. is one of the reason why still knowing well that all these are just leading to another temporary happiness might be, of course, high class happiness. Vedam bhukta sargaloka vilasam. Sarvabhoga vilasam. This vilas matlab magnanimous bhogas you have. You can't imagine of such bhogas over here. So that is why people have that proclivity to go to heaven to enjoy happiness which is not tangible. It is just क्षणिक थोड़ा दिन के लिए है, then again coming back. Read the third verse.
For this reason, the enlightened person should endeavor only for the minimum necessities of life while in the world of needs. He should be intelligently fixed and never endeavor for unwanted things, being competent to perceive practically that all such endeavors are merely hard labor for nothing.
कितने लोग इसको फॉलो करने वाले हैं? The next verse is still more mind blowing. Read the next verse.
When there are ample earthly flats to lie on, what is the necessity of cots and beds? When one can use his own arms, what is the necessity of a pillow? When one can use the palms of his hands, what is the necessity of varieties of utensils? When there is ample covering or the skins of trees, what is the necessity of clothing?
Follow. One more verse, then we will discuss.
Are there no torn clothes lying on the common road? Do the trees, which exist for maintaining others, no longer give alms in charity? Do the rivers, being dried up, no longer supply water to the thirsty? Are the caves of the mountains now closed, or above all, does the Almighty Lord not protect the fully surrendered souls? Why then do the learned sages go to flatter those who are intoxicated by hard earned wealth?
So, first and foremost, Shukdev Goswami is saying, bhai, the learned in the sense self-realized souls. For them, घर, Bombay में करोड़ों का घर, not worried. They are happy. They don't need a pillow also. They don't need a cotton bed also. They can sleep on the floor. And then it is saying they just keep their hands as pillow. You don't need. And there is all this is nothing but enduring hard labor for nothing. मतलब सब कुछ छोड़ के जाना है, फिर भी आप लेबर कर रहे हो, मेहनत कर रहे हो, इसके लिए छोड़ के जाने के लिए. Don't leave everything and go. That's what Shukdev Goswami is trying to say. Now let's understand it in a practical way. Just wait. And when there is ample earthly flats to lie, sorry, okay, that's done. Then he says, are there no torn clothes lying? मतलब कोई भी फटा हुआ कपड़ा रस्से में पड़ा है वो पहन लो. You can wear that also. Do trees don't exist giving you fruits? So trees are there to give you food. Rivers are not dried up, so they are giving you water. Caves are not closed; they are not under lock and key. So you can live in a cave, no problem. Or the Almighty Lord not protecting the fully surrendered souls. Lord is protecting the fully surrendered souls. So what does this basically mean? Enjoy what is there in your prarabdha. And you, if your prarabdha is not there to give you even a fruit, एक दिन ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपको पूरा दिन खाना है मगर खा नहीं पाएंगे. This is prarabdha. Many times we see many people who can afford nice, delicious food are not in a position to eat any food. And why? Prarabdha. So what Shukdev Goswami is trying to say over here is, don't go an extra stride. Don't try to walk an extra stride in collecting material possessions. Endeavor. Just tell Arjuna, don't sit. You're a Kshatriya. Get up and fight. Whether you win or lose. Labho alabho, jayo or jayo. Whether labh ho क्या लाभ हो, मतलब नुकसान हो, जय हो अजय हो। जय मतलब विक्ट्री हो या defeat हो, you have to fight. So we have to do our duty, but enduring behind that, putting your anxiety in your in the results of the action, that is what is determined. Sukhdev Goswami is saying, definitely one cannot live in this way. No, no clothes, no problem. I'll wear a tree bark and move around. No. You wear and go on the road, the dogs will bite you. So that is the situation. So let's be practical. Let's not take it very theoretically. Oh, this so I'm Prabhuji, either I have to leave this class. I can't live like this, so I better leave this class. No, you don't have to leave this class. You have to understand that yes, we can live on basic requirements. You don't need to have lavish requirements. If Prarabdha is offering you, fine. Without much hard efforts, if you are able to focus on spiritual life, at the same time, materially, you're able to get all these things, no problem. But if you are compromising or sacrificing your spiritual life, totally abandoning your spiritual life just to focus on these material things, then it is dangerous because it is not worthwhile. Money is required as long as you live in this material world, very much required. Lord has said, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati. And all four things come with a price, you know that? पत्र, पुष्प, फूल को भी पैसा दे के लेना पड़ता है, कुछ भी अगर पत्ता लेना है तो भी पैसे लेने पड़ेंगे. कॉलम वेरी कॉस्टली. आज के जमाने में फ्रूट्स आर इक्वली हाईली रेटेड देन वेजिटेबल्स आल्सो, so they are also costly. And last but not the least, सोयम. आज पानी का बोतल लेने जाओ तो भी आपको 20 रुपये लगते मिनिमम. So what do you expect? Money is not required for this also. Lord is saying, "Bhai, offer me these things." Might be the day he said, those days these things were free. Might be in Dwapar Yuga end, might be these things would have been as good as free. But today, all this comes with a big, huge price. Money is required. But life has to be balanced. If you don't balance life, you are asking for trouble. One-sided approach. If you're saying, no, I want only क्या बोलते हैं, money. I want only name. I want little bit of, I want only fame. No, it will not work. You need to have a balanced life. Name, fame, money, everything is required. And along with that, you need to have a spiritual life. It's like, I always give this example. Suppose someone invites you for a nice lunch, and after you go for his house to his lunch, he gives you a full plate, a plate with 10 katoris, and 10 katoris, each katori having, one is having malpua, rasgulla, cham cham, sandesh, then jalebi, imrati, ye, wo, all sweet, barfi, everything, kaju katri, and all that sweets. And then that person says, please enjoy. Can you enjoy? Only कितना मीठा खाओगे आप? एक रसगुल्ला खाया, एक बर्फी खा लिया, एक ये हो गया, बस हो गया, इसके ऊपर नहीं खा सकते. So what do you expect? What do you expect? जैसे आजकल शादियों में होता है ना, nowadays you go to marriage, it's very confusing. Got to go with very big calculations because you can eat not more than 200 grams. Any human cannot eat more than 200 grams. चाट खा लिया 50 ग्राम, वही पेट भर जाएगा. Then you go to that counter. It's like it's like Operation Sindoor. It's like that. Going to a marriage means Operation Sindoor. चाट खाऊं, डोसा काउंटर में जाके डोसा खाऊं, या उधर स्वीट काउंटर में जाके स्वीट खाऊं, देन आई गो टू द मेन कोर्स, वहां पे भी फ्रूट सलाद अलग रखा हुआ है, then Chinese, then this and that. But bottom line is, it is left to each individual's choice. Someone may like more of Chinese, some may like more of Italian, some may like more of Mexican, some Punjabi. But bottom line is, you require variety. Balanced food. You go to any dietitian, it says balanced food. That means what? You need carbohydrates, you need what is it, protein, vitamins, this and that. Similarly, life requires two things. The basic life sustains on money, but life after this life or life after death sustains on spiritual learning. That time, all the material learning is of no use. People just take one part of it, or they don't take the other part of it. Many preachers will say, no, money is, it's always, see what happened to this rich man. Nowadays, it's trending in many groups. Yes, CK Roy, CP Roy, yeah, someone, Mr. Roy, committed suicide of Fortune Group, yeah, group hai. So he was a big builder, real estate, having 11 Mercedes and latest vehicle cars and helicopters and lavish lifestyle. But he shot himself. Whatever it is, he shot himself. And he didn't have any bank loans. Okay, that was the best part of it. But he had taken money from borrowed lending. Whatever it is. The point is, you cannot take just one part of it. Yes, what it is not correct. In the sense, he put so much effort in earning money. Simultaneously, one needs to put some spiritual efforts, some way to elevate himself for the soul. See, spiritual requirement is for the soul, material requirement is for the body. If you see the series of things mentioned, they are all mentioned for the body. Pillow is for the body. Soul doesn't require a pillow. What we want to dress, it is for the body. Food for the body. But we can't neglect this body because this body is housing the soul. Very comically we say, we eat to keep the body and soul together. The body and soul will get departed. So to keep the body and soul together, you need to eat. You need to survive nicely. But that doesn't mean you got to compromise on the spiritual aspect of it. A balanced life, like a balanced diet, one should have a balanced spiritual life. Yes. Next verse.
Thus, being fixed, one must render service unto the supersoul situated in one's own heart by his omnipotency. Because he is the almighty personality of Godhead, eternal and unlimited, he is the ultimate goal of life, and by worshipping him, one can end the cause of the conditioned state of existence.
So here is the introduction of the Paramatma Swarupa inside every human being. Read the next verse, still more important.
Who else but the gross materialist will neglect such transcendental thought and take to the non-permanent names only, seeing the mass of people fallen in the river of suffering as a consequence of accruing the results of their own work?
What is Shudev Goswami saying? Only a grossly materialistic person will say, after seeing the whole world suffering, after seeing his own relatives, his elders, his family members dying, he still doesn't get up. He doesn't wake up. I need to get up. Oh, what this is happening is going to happen with me one day, and I need to do something tangible. Because ये सब छोड़ के जाना है, ये शरीर भी नहीं लेके जा सकूंगा. I won't be able to carry this body along with me. I have to leave this body. That person is grossly materialistic. Otherwise, any sane human being. So I think you all can be proud of. You're all coming in the same category, not insane. Sane. इतना तो कम से कम है कि भाई you understand their importance. See how seriously you follow is your personal account with God. I am no one to judge that. But when it comes to sanity and insanity, I think we all come into the same category. At least we know there is a life after death. We are a soul and there's a life after death. And for that, we need to prepare. So that's better. But that is why he's saying one should at least worship the 400 form of the Lord situated in one's heart. Now, how it is, it will be described further. Please go ahead.
Others conceive of the personality of Godhead residing within the body, in the region of the heart, and measuring only 8 inches, with 4 hands carrying a lotus, a wheel of chariot, a conch shell, and a club respectively.
So, what is this Swarupa 400 form का? शंख चक्र गदा पद्म ये पहने भगवान कितने इंच के हैं?
8
inch.
Hmm?
8 inches.
8 inches. Yes, 8 inches in measurement, approximately this height. नहीं प्रभु जी इतना बड़ा बॉडी नहीं है, इतना बड़ा साइज का हाँ स्वरूप अंदर बैठा है भाई, सूक्ष्म तरीके से बैठा है, ग्रॉस तरीके से मत देखो. It's not like fitting something in your body. So that is why he's saying it is in the region of the heart. And already in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord has said, Hridaya Deshe Tishtati. He says, I am established in the region of the heart. And here also it is saying the region of the heart, not in the heart, the region of the heart. About 8 years, about 8 inches with Shankha Chakra and Gadapati. Now, his entire bodily features will be described. Please read.
His mouth expresses his happiness. His eyes spread like the petals of a lotus, and his garments, yellowish like the saffron of a kadamba flower, are bedecked with valuable jewels. His ornaments are all made of gold, set with jewels, and he wears a glowing headdress and earrings.
Don't worry, all of you are very rich. After the gold rate, which has hiked up. Got a good news, right? God is wearing all this and sitting in your heart. There's gold in your heart, no? The region of your heart. So nice. So please understand, this describes that Paramatma has a Swarupa. Paramatma is not without a Swarupa. He's having a Swarupa. And all the various criteria, how his dress is, how his, what to say, this Kadamba flower or his necklace, everything is mentioned. Continue.
His lotus feet are placed over the walls of the lotus-like hearts of great mystics. On his chest is the Kastuba jewel, engraved with a beautiful calf, and there are other jewels on his shoulders. His complete torso is garlanded with fresh flowers.
The शरीर में पूरा fresh flowers का garland. And before I go ahead, I want to ask one question. We always see Lakshmi ji's photo, no? सब लोगों ने लक्ष्मी जी का फोटो तो देखा होगा. हमेशा एक लोटस पे बैठी रहती है. How can a lotus bear the weight of a person? चलो आप बोलेंगे नहीं, she is a goddess, she makes herself light. But always Gajalakshmi, Dhanalakshmi, Veerilakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, there are so many Ashtalakshmis are. All Lakshmis are on lotus. How? And why? Lord is not on the lotus. Lord is sitting on Sheshna, lying down on the Sheshna. But यहाँ पे लिखा है he is standing on the lotus. But wherever you see Lakshmi ji is sitting on the lotus. Why? What is the reason? Can anyone answer me this question?
तो जी लोटस पे लॉर्ड खड़े हैं तो लक्ष्मी जी सिट्स एट द फीट ऑफ द मतलब लॉर्ड को
भगवान तो लेटे हुए हैं नारायण के ऊपर, सॉरी शेषनाग के ऊपर.
तो लोटस का गार्लैंड
अच्छा उसमें से एक तोड़ के नीचे रख के उसको बड़े
नो आइडिया.
लेटे है. जस्ट इमेजिन हस्बैंड का गले में से एक फूल तोड़ लिया, नीचे डाल के उसके ऊपर बैठ गए. हाँ, yes, Rajesh, what do you think? What could be the reason?
Not able to think.
Not able to conceive. Arey, first and foremost, remember, where is Lakshmi Devi situated?
The heart of
Heart of Vishnu.
And heart of Vishnu, kya? What do you think? It will be like our heart? Khadak, 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 khadak. Hum karte rahega. It's like a lotus. That is why she's always sitting on lotus. Now, is it clear, Rajesh?
yeah, yes, Swami.
Please understand. God is always in the chest. Kaustubhamani beach mein hai. Here on the left hand side, where the heart is, that region of the heart, Lakshmi Devi sits or resides. Now, you don't ask me, if standing or sitting, she resides. That's what Shastra says. But if she is standing or sitting, she is standing on the heart or sitting on the heart. And in both cases, the heart is represented by the pink lotus. So basically, this describes the jewelry and the dress, how the Paramatma is decorated. Yes, Mataji, please continue.
He is well decorated with an ornamental wreath about his waist and rings studded with valuable jewels on his fingers. His leglets, his bangles, his oiled hair, curling with a bluish tint, and his beautiful smiling face are all very pleasing.
So the Lord inside your heart is also very pleasing. He has got a beautiful decorated with ornamental wreath around his waist, and rings studded with valuable jewels on his finger. बहुत मालामाल. एक आदमी कथा में बैठ के सुना कि Lord is decked up with all this gold ornaments and jewels and everything. He said, यार मैं इधर उधर चोरी कर रहा हूँ. तो बड़ा हाथ मार. Let's have a big try. Everyone thinks of expanding his business, na? What a business, bada kare. So he went to Vrindavan and he was searching in the jungles. Where will I get this person, so-called Krishna, who is wearing so much of gold, nice necklaces, kamarband and bajuband, everything in gold and everything. Bada haath lagega. Finally, one day, Lord came. He was playing in the forest. Chor saw, he must be the person, see, wearing all gold ornaments. I'll loot him. And when he went near, Lord just turned and looked at him. Now, there's one meaningful word in this shloka. It says, his beautiful smiling face are all very pleasing. Not only Lord's appearance, even his face, his smile is so pleasing. When the thief saw that Lord, he was sputified, jammed, but just became a statue. Wow, such a nice personality. इसका मैं क्या चोरी करने चाहूंगा. हरि से कौन चोरी कर सकता. हरि से कोई बड़ा चोर है. The name itself means what? हरि का मतलब क्या. जो आपका सब कुछ हर लेते हैं. ज्यादा करके दुख, डोंट वरी, नहीं आपका धन हर लेंगे. आपका दुख, आपकी तकलीफ है, आपके बुरे कर्म सब हर लेते हैं. He steals. This fellow has gone to steal that person who is himself is a stealer. सबसे बड़ा चोर. वृंदावन का सबसे बड़ा चोर. सबसे बड़ा चीटर ऑफ द महाभारत. उसके वहां इसको ये चोरी करने गया और वहां जाके ये फंस गया. And he became a devotee of the Lord. Just remembered all the gold jewelries mentioned in the shloka reminded me of this small katha. Yes, continue, Mataji.
The Lord's magnanimous pastimes and the glowing glancing of his smiling face are all indications of his existence benedictions. One must therefore concentrate on this transcendental form of the Lord as long as the mind can be fixed on him by meditation.
As long as your mind can be fixed, you can focus on this four-handed form of the Lord in the. What is the purpose of giving all this knowledge? First, Sukadeva Goswami is giving the knowledge about the Virata Rupa, where he's saying earth, water, fire, everything is Lord. Then he's saying Brahmana, Kshatriyas are also in the body of the Lord. Saying trees, rivers are also in the body of the Lord. Then he's talking about the four-handed form, which is there in everyone's heart. And how beautiful he looks, how charming he looks, how well decorated. Everything is mentioned. So in that case, you please let us understand what is the purpose of Shukdev Goswami giving all these details. Yes, Tanvita Mataji will answer this. Yes, Mataji, what is the purpose for Shukdev Goswami mentioning all this?
So that we focus on this form of the Lord while meditating. That because we are talking about meditation, so then we can at least fix our meditation on this form of the Lord and think about his smile, think about how he looks.
2 points, which I want to clear, very important points. Everyone enjoys the pastimes of the Lord, right? Just imagine, tomorrow by mercy of God, Tanvita Mataji gets an invitation directly. She gets the power. She to go and see Lord's some Leela. Let's say Makhan Chor Leela is going on, or he's dancing on for a cup of chas. He's dancing. And let's say Rajesh Valsara gets a chance. Now I'll go and see Lord doing Gocharan Leela. What will happen? You'll enjoy. What will happen? What can happen? Yes, Vishal Prabhu, what do you think? What will happen? They will enjoy the pleasure of the Lord's pastimes.
So the foremost, we should know how to recognize the Lord.
Okay.
Once if you
Why? Look, advance they will definitely be in the situation to advance, recognize God.
should be able to praise the qualities of the Lord.
Please repeat.
Praise the qualities of the Lord.
Praise the qualities of the Lord. Okay, but they have gone to visualize his pastimes, not disturb. बीच में जाके वो बेचारा गोचारण कर रहा है and Rajesh Balsara starts praising. हाँ भगवान आप ऐसे हो वैसे हो. वहाँ भगवान छाछ के लिए नाच रहे हैं और तन्विता माता जी starts praising him. Oh God, आप महान हो, आप अद्भुत हो, आप ये हो. I mean, right? Am I making sense? So how do we understand this? अरे इतने महानुभाव बैठे हैं, बैठिए बोलिए. शत्रुपा जानवादी प्रिया तो वीडियो ऑन नहीं करती है, तो मैं पूछ नहीं सकता, मालूम नहीं सुन रही है. हाँ
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हाँ.
Maybe you will get more inquisitive to know
More?
more inquisitive.
Oh, gives it. Very good, very nice guess. But that's not the answer. That's not the answer. Remember one thing. When Krishna was doing the Gocharan Leela, Narad Muni went and told Brahmaji, Krishna वहाँ बहुत बालों के साथ खेल रहा है, and he's doing a lot of Leela. Brahma knew very well. He was the main person to pray for Krishna's advent. Brahma knew very well how Krishna, Supreme God, has come. Lord Vishnu in the avatar of Krishna has come down on the earth. I should go and meet him. I should at least take darshan of the Lord's Leela. देखते हैं कैसे करते हैं. So he came down. और वहां पे आके क्या हो गया? When he came down to see,
He got bewildered. Brahma Mohan Leela. Okay.
हाँ,
He got bewildered. Brahma
he
himself
got bewildered. Very good. So basically क्या बोलते हैं? संशय, doubt. And doubt is very dangerous. शक कभी करना नहीं। शक किया वो भी भगवान पे, बट आ ही जाएगा। क्यों? Why he got the doubt? That supreme Brahman, the supreme God, he is drinking someone's खट्टा छाछ, and वो भी कैसे है? जिसको ऊपर अपरस उपरस सब देख के करने वाले काम। आप कोई भी मंदिर में जाओ, नो, अलग से खाना बनता है, अलग से भोग लगता है, एक कुत्ता नहीं आना चाहिए, बिल्ली नहीं आना चाहिए, नो, लाइक so much of do's and don'ts. Go to Dwarkadish, go to any big temple, there are so many do's and don'ts. And after all that, it's supposed to be, Lord is supposed to be so, what do I say, height of epitome of rituals. And uske baad, that Brahman is sitting down and playing with one ball. He is drinking some chas because it is katha, and yes, plumped his mouth with it. And Krishna comes and punches his cheeks, and the whole chas comes out from his mouth. And that chas is what Krishna drinking. Brahmaji confused. That's चार सिर है, mind you, he has got 4 heads. He is confused. तो हम लोग एक सिर के साथ जाओगे तो क्या होगा, सोच रहे? He is confused, and he says, "Oh, Jan, he is not God. Let me check him. Let me test him." Same happened with Sati. When Ramchandra ji told, "Wah, क्या लीला कर रहे मेरे प्रभु, क्या लीला कर, ऐसा कैसे?" जाके चेक करना पड़े, और जाके खड़ी हो गई। एंड व्हाट डिड रामचंद्र जी से? अरे, where is Mr. Pinagdhari, your husband? Hey माते भाई, have come alone in this forest? It's not good. Then again वापस चालू हो गए, सीते 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 करके घूम रहे। So what do we learn in this whole katha, pastimes of the Lord, without a proper guru? If you listen, you will get doubt. Sanshaya. You got to listen under the guidance of, that is why katha में ही भगवान की लीला को सुनना है. Never desire to go and see the leelas of the Lord directly. भाई वो मायापति हैं, confusion में डाल दें. He'll put you, he'll keep your head reeling, but you will never be able to understand this personality. The reason is, okay, no, before we go ahead, this point has to be cleared. Why is Sukadeva Goswami mentioning all this? Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning Lord has 3 Swarupas: the Virata Swarupa or the Brahman Swarupa. Second, whereas you cannot find out the head and tail of it. The second Swarupa is the Swarupa of the Paramatma, who is there in your heart. And third is the actual Bhagavan Archa Vigraha or Bhagavan deities. The bottom line, advanced devotees and neophyte devotees में क्या अंतर? A neophyte or a new devotee will see God only in the deity sitting inside the altar. Whereas when a person advances, थोड़ा भक्ति मार्ग में आगे बढ़ता है, थोड़ा नहीं अच्छा बढ़ता है, तब खाना कम करता है. ऐसा नहीं कि खाना बढ़ाता है, भक्ति बढ़ाता है और खाना कम करता है. That stage, what does he do? He can come to a stage of meditating on the 400 form of the Lord within the heart or in the Brahman Swarupa. That is right. Brahman Swarupa, I mentioned in the last session also. It has been mentioned even in the Bhagavad Gita. Lord says, Rasamapsukondiya Prabhasmi Sasi Suryahu Gandho Ham Prithvyam Cha. I am the smell in the earth. I am the taste in water. I am the brightness of the sun and the moon. I am the power of the powerful. I am the strength of the strong people. everything. None of these have a Swarupa. They are all Brahman. So if you come to that stage, when you can see a flower and you can understand, oh, this flower is so beautiful. How beautiful the creator must be. He has put in some essence in the flower. कोई भी मतलब I don't know, but आजकल artificial flowers का मैं बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, but कोई भी real smelling flower. Imagine how from this earth some ingredient has been sucked by the root and has gone up to the flower, and it is creating such a mesmerizing smell. Beautiful smell. Certain flowers have got chapa and all that. What do you call it? Champa flower. Beautiful. Rajnigandha, beautiful smell. How does it get? Who is putting that scent essence? Is the farmer spraying some scent on it? No. So how is it that it is getting that smell and flavor? It is all from the creator. So when you take a sip of water, you're thirsty and you love the taste of the water. For a split second, you have a choice to think, oh, Rasom Apsukonti, oh, Lord is the taste in water. He has already mentioned the Gita, and I can relish that taste. Oh, this mango is so sweet. The sweetness is because of God. Otherwise, no one can put sugar inside a mango. No one can put sugar in a sugar cane also. Sugar cane itself is growing with sugar. So that is elevation of one's understanding in devotion. भक्ति में जब कोई आगे बढ़ता है तब ये ज्ञान प्राप्त करता है. This is very important that one should understand three Paramatma Swarupa, three Swarupas, Paramatma, Bhagwan, and the Virat Rupa, or the impersonal form. Lord is not in one form, He is in all the three. Problem is, our mind is difficult to conceive because we have seen only gross bodies. We have never seen subtle bodies or some personality with these type of powers. Okay, with some mundane examples I can explain, but still it is difficult to comprehend how this type of Lord is toggling between all these and maintaining this whole world. No, a nice joke. Once in Badrinath, there's something called as Tapta Kunda. What we call as hot geysers. Now, what are these hot geysers? They are because of sulfur. You all know it is because of sulfur content below. उसकी वजह से गर्म पानी. So an atheist happened to be a tourist, went to this place, and he saw some few people, worshipping this Tapta Kund. Wow, Bhagwan, kya great ho. He said, you are so fools. This is not a chamatkar at all. It is just simple science, basic science. There is sulfur below, and because of the water coming through the sulfur, it is becoming hot and is coming as a hot spring. The sadhu said, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I have an answer to this point of yours, but I don't want to mention something very hard or strong. He said, I don't mind. You can tell me anything. I know. What you say is undoubtedly correct. ये सल्फर की वजह से है. मगर that sulfur हमारा बाप लाके रखा होगा. Who kept the sulfur over there? Who has created sulfur? Just with little knowledge that, oh, this is because of sulfur. Agreed. I do not deny. But I am paying my obeisances to that Supreme Lord, thanking Him at this cold temperature also. He has deliberately kept something, some chemical, or some process or some infrastructure He has made in such a way that hot water is coming out of it. Otherwise, how will the sadhus take bath there in Badrinath? Even Kedarnath, there is Gauri Kund. The point we are trying to analyze from this, we have to understand is, if you are advanced in bhakti, you don't have to run to any temple to take darshan of the Lord. Some people come and tell me, प्रभु जी हम वहां भगवान का दर्शन किए, आधा घंटा खड़े थे, भगवान का बढ़िया दर्शन किया है क्या? I only realize, oh, ये तो neophyte devotee, he is in the first level, he is not advanced. इसके लिए आचार्यगण कह के गए, सूरदास कोई मंदिर ढूंढ के नहीं गए, कोई भगवान को ढूंढते गया सूरदास? ऐसा भक्ति किया, रोज सूरदास का गाना सुनने के लिए, उनके कविता सुनने के लिए स्वयं भगवान राधा रानी के साथ आके सुनते थे. Wherever Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami used to do devotion, he used to not go and run behind deities. Before Mr. Chobe के वहां से राधा मदन मोहन सनातन गोस्वामी के पास नहीं आए, सनातन गोस्वामी did not have any deities also. Well, happy मस्त गोवर्धन का परिक्रमा किया, गोवर्धन में कहाँ ढूंढोगे आप भगवान? अरे वो स्वरूप ही भगवान है भाई. Everything is God. अच्छा, आप कहीं पे हो, suppose let's say you are in nowhere, in your house, stuck. Then understand that Lord is in your heart. You are never separate from God. It is an illusion that you feel, no, God is there in the temple. I should go every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever the day, and I'll go and visit God. या आज मैं गया ही नहीं भगवान को देखने के लिए, भगवान को मिलने के लिए. That means you are not yet advanced. If you want to advance, means you have to take the other aspects of God, and always when you are connected with God, you don't need to have a second, what do you say, physical connection with God, or go to some temple and see God. I see many people, भगवान को निहारते हैं. अच्छी बात है, निहारो, बहुत अच्छी बात है. श्रृंगार को निहारने है, निहारो, no problem, very good. But that is the initial stage. It's like putting in a very gross example or a simple example. बच्चे जब स्कूल में जाने लगता है, initially when he joins school, kindergarten, first standard, second standard, what do you call it? He does maths. How does he do? 2 plus 1, 3. 4 plus 2, 6. But the same child, when he goes to maybe engineering or some higher level studies, there also he is going to count like this: 3 plus 2, 1, 1. So what does this mean? Now the fingers are not there, or those numbers are not there. Now he's going to calculate bombastic numbers, up to 5 decimals and 7 decimals. So what does he do? Now he has become advanced. His mind has become grown ahead. So for small petty calculations, he doesn't require. You go to go to any shop, any grocery shop or any shop. You buy 10 items. Even I see today also, they don't even use a calculator or paper pen also. Just and say 28 rupiah, 22 rupiah, 30 rupiah, but, and they'll tell you, extra 40 rupiah, extra whatever it is. And it will be perfect. It will be more perfect than your calculator also. So the point what I'm trying to make is, even we need to advance in our. That is why these inputs and data have been given by Shukdev Goswami. कि हमको ये समझना है. कई बार लोग सोचते हैं मैं गलत काम कर रहा हूँ, भगवान कहाँ देख रहे हैं? भगवान का कैसा मालूम है? अरे इडियट, the CCTV camera is fit in your heart only. तभी तो अंदर से आवाज आती है, मत कर, मत कुछ को, गलत काम मत कर, गलत कार्य मत देख, गलत कार्य मत कर, गलत कार्य मत बोल. What it is? You get a voice from inside, right? And we call it consciousness. What is this consciousness? Nothing but the voice of the. So with this, we have to understand, yes, we need to advance in our devotion and try to see God not just in one form, but in various. Otherwise, Goswami and Vyas would not take so much of trouble for writing all this, the Bhagavad. Okay, with this, I would like to close today's session. Anybody has got any doubts, questions, can ask.
Prabhuji, if you are saying that when
Vishal, you can close the YouTube.